Hello again, denizens of the YouTuberverse. This is another episode of Occam's Barbershop, where I shave all the bristles off of the spurious nonsense that I see flying around online and bear it for all the world to see. One of my goals as I do this is to answer the question, what's wrong with the world today? And one of the big problems with the world today is that AI simply cannot spell. I'm going to do a video about the free AIs shortly here, but today I'm going to be talking about the Signal app controversy that has sprung up. And there's been, a relentless drumbeat in the press about how this is a terrible security violation. The press initially was saying war plans were leaked, and now they're backing away from that and just talking about how it was a classified information breach. It was unacceptable. As Secretary Hegseth said, nobody was discussing war plans. And the press has been desperately trying to find a way to make this into a scandal that's the fault of the Trump administration. There was some question of why in the world are they using this Signal app. The press already knows why they use the Signal app. It's a standard thing that's loaded on devices for military and intelligence personnel. It's used for classified and confidential conversations. It's not supposed to be used for anything top secret. But if it's just classified things that the general world isn't supposed to see or hear, it's fine for that. And it's exactly how it was used in this conversation that was exposed. The conversation that was exposed does show that the administration has good policy discussions. There was this discussion about how the attacks on the Houthis are of benefit to Europe because European shipping goes through there, not American shipping. The reason for the United States doing this was because the Biden administration had not responded when the Houthis were firing at American ships. The Trump administration has a very different policy. You fire on American ships and we'll burn you to the ground. That was the purpose of this attack on the Houthis, and the European shippers were the beneficiaries of this, but it wasn't the primary reason for doing this. Now the press keeps talking about how the administration inadvertently did this. Larry O'Connor in his video, I'm going to post a link to that because he gives a pretty good analysis of it in his video, and I think that's definitely worth a listen. So I'm going to include that. But he made a statement that really brought to mind for me the central issue that's what is underlying this situation.
If you're a journalist, well, yeah, separate that. If you're Jeffrey Goldberg and you suddenly get a notification on your phone that you've been included into a group chat, and you open up the app and it turns out that the Vice President, the Secretary of Defense, and the National Security Advisor are there talking about a strike against the Houthis, do you just lurk there and watch everything go by? Or do you say, hey, guys, I don't think I'm supposed to be in this chat. I think you made a mistake, and then leave? Now, what's ironic here is that I guarantee you, and I mean I guarantee you, that if it were under the Biden administration and it was Lloyd Austin who erroneously included Jeffrey Goldberg into a Signal chat, that's exactly what he would have done.
And it is true that it's odd that this Goldberg person would behave in this way, that he would not do the ethical thing and remove himself from a situation that he's not supposed to be in. I've heard other commentators saying that if you become privy to, say, top secret information, you don't look at it. It's like, no, I'm not going to look at it. That's top secret. It would be wrong and probably illegal to look at that. In this case, there was nothing top secret going on, but it does seem very suspicious to me that this Goldberg person was sitting there listening to the whole thing, and I find it also odd that it could possibly be accidental. Connor does seem to be accepting the idea that he was accidentally added to this chat, but I don't see how that could possibly happen. The person who was probably responsible basically for this happening was Mike Waltz, and he said he took full responsibility. He built the Signal chat group, but he also said he did not have Goldberg's contact information, and he didn't know how Goldberg got into the chat. And I completely believe that, and it seems very unlikely to me that Goldberg was inadvertently added to the chat. Waltz didn't do it. He didn't even have Goldberg's contact information. There is a slight possibility that Goldberg had been on some previous administration, previously constructed group chat that somehow got reused. But why in the world would the Biden administration be including him in any of these confidential classified group chats? He should not be on anybody's list to even possibly be in a group chat. So it doesn't seem likely at all to me that this was accidental. It seems more likely that there was some sort of a whistleblower situation going on. And I don't think Goldberg was surprised to be finding himself in this group chat. I suspect that it was more likely an arranged situation. And we're seeing little dribs and drabs of this coming out. The administration said, of course, we didn't discuss any war plans. Mike Waltz is saying, yeah, I made the list, but I didn't have this guy's contact information. I didn't include him. And I believe that's completely true. So we need to find out who did this. I don't think there's any way that it was accidental that he got added to this list. I think somebody intentionally added him to the list so that he would have access and possibly be privy to some damaging information. Somebody probably thought, we'll let this guy listen into this group chat about the attack on the Houthis. Wouldn't that be cool if, he got the scoop? This Goldberg person seems to be trying to make it into some sort of serious failing on the part of the Trump administration, something they did, showing their incompetence. But again, I want to just pound on this idea. I don't see how this was accidental, that somebody inadvertently added this guy to the chat. That just seems to stretch credibility beyond the breaking point. So I do expect that we will be seeing more shoes dropping on this issue. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this particular video and post it, as I expect that this could be something that develops rather quickly as they find out who it was that really did add this person to the group chat.